have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it.
That's true. Welcome to the Jim Reith Show Unleashed podcast, episode number 59.
Oh, we're at 60.
60?
We're at 60.
Nice. Producer Bill is here. We're safely ensconced in the inner sanctum. Let's get to the Yahoo of the week, and I'm not going to dwell on it because it was easy, and it's disgusting, and it's President Trump, and it's the stuff that he wrote about Rob Reiner, his awful death along with his wife. So that's all we're going to talk about Mr. Trump. We'll talk about Mr. Reiner later, but that's all we'll say about that. But the good news is our good guy of the week and our good guy, Producer Bill of the year, as I do so proclaim, is the gentleman that ran up behind the gunman at Brisbane Beach.
I almost thought it was fake at first because it looked so good.
Man, put him in a chokehold and got the rifle. That was a big-ass rifle, too, away from him. A very high-powered rifle. Got it away from him and then said, now what? And pointed it at him. Now, here's my question for everybody out there, okay? And you can join us, right, Producer Bill? How do they join us over there?
All they got to do is comment on the comments on either the YouTube or the Facebook.
All right. So, would you have shot him?
No.
Yeah, see, I don't think I could. I don't think I could.
I think it would be more for him to suffer the consequences.
Yeah, I agree. But he points the gun at him like 3 or 4 times. The guy falls down. Then he gets back up. Then he kind of backs away. I think the police shot him anyway. But I could not. I would not be able to do that. No. That's in cold blood, and that's not the right thing to do. So he didn't. He didn't shoot him. He just, just like, now what? And the guy started to get away. And then they had drone video of the second shooter and third shooter both getting shot by the police. Did you see that?
Yes.
It's amazing stuff that we can do now.
The drones, I saw.
It just kills me. I can't believe that stuff.
I saw a TikTok video where a Walmart drone was over somebody's house and he shot at it. Guys is negative.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what's up there.
So I'm shooting it.
You ain't coming over my house. The guy he was truthful about it too. He told the cops everything as he's getting, put in the back of the car for a federal felony.
Wow. These days, man, I'll tell you what, why would you shoot at it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. A
string coming down. You got nervous. But they're starting to do that now in some markets that Walmart's using that, I get some stuff same day.
They're doing it in prisons too. Did you see that?
No.
Drones flying over the rec yard when the guys are out in rec and dropping stuff for certain people. Yeah. Yep. Drones are a trip. I'll tell you. But the thing that they're best at is flying over scenes or, looking for people, things like that. They're so good with that. And for that.
There was a gentleman that I worked at Channel 3 and 5 with. He was a photographer, same thing, editor photographer that I did. He went on to get certified for drone use, and now I think he's teaching it at SU.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know one of them does have a drone. One of the stations has a drone and a drone operator. I mean, that takes a lot of training to really do the really good ones. The really good drones.
Yeah, they're almost like flying a plane.
Yeah. So that you also have to get special permission if you're going to fly a certain height. It's a whole thing. It really is. But for police and firemen and stuff like that, if you can fly a drone over a fire scene before you get there, that's position A. That's what you want.
Put your head.
That's what you want.
So our friend Skip Clark's, he's a big user, a long time user
of drones.
Of drones.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know
video. He's always been on top of the video thing, the video content. Skip Clark.
I saw it. Did you see his the video that he posted about his son?
No.
Oh man,
it's good.
Oh yeah,
I'll check it out.
Powerful. When Trump used retard, right?
Yeah.
Well, Skip has a son that's has Down syndrome, and we remember when he was born and the whole thing, and how they embraced that. Yep. Some parents don't, but they did. And have raised him great. And
kid's the sweetest, brightest kid you'll ever meet.
I know. And, so he posted a thing on
I got to check it out.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. So
He's huge into minor league baseball.
Yes.
Zach's like he knows all the stats and all that craziness.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Right. I agree.
Sports and music for the, growing up and helping with your school as you go along. Music's huge.
Mm-hmm.
But just all the math, and especially in baseball, all that math.
Yep. Now, I think that, arts is as important as anything else in school to me. And to a lot of people, it's not. But to me, it is. If you want to develop a whole child, then you expose them to many different things,
and
positive things.
Always the first thing to get cut.
It is.
Too,
yeah.
Which is sad.
It is sad. We put much more emphasis on sports than we do on the arts. And that's really a shame, because there's many people out there who maybe would be much more involved if it was on the same level. So
there's a lot of opportunity in 2025 to get your product and get yourself out. It's not like back when I was in high school.
Right.
And, I can sit here and make a record today and put it out tomorrow on iTunes, and it's out there.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how easy it is. And that's why, and it's one of the reasons why the music business is the way it is today, because it's so anybody can just to do it, but it's the tools are there.
Right. But we were talking about this yesterday. Shalene and I were talking about this yesterday, because Georgie of Little Georgie and the Shuffling Hungarians does that. And he puts out a lot of his music out, and he gives, bits of it out for free, but the rest of it, he's making a living. So he comes on Facebook the other day and says, evidently, I don't own my own music anymore or my image, because there was a commercial for him on Facebook that he didn't do.
Yep.
Using his likeness and his music. That's not right. That's wrong. Nope. So,
and as nuts as Gene Simmons is,
yeah,
he's out there.
Yeah, and I don't like him, but he's right about this.
This whole the power getting back to the artists is, look at all that I think we touched on it last time. All radio stations can just use artists' likeness, throw it on a billboard, don't have to get permission.
Nope.
All because of the record labels and stuff like that.
It's crazy.
Yep.
It is. It's not.
And then we as the fans suffer, because now we're paying $300, $400, $500 to go see that artist in concert.
You are
instead of no.
I'm not. No. Yes, I understand and I agree. It's a shame. It really is. Now our guests have arrived. So let's go to
let's get everybody in the room here. This is
let's get them all on board. John Tumino is here. He's our very good friend, of course.
We're going to remove her real quick while she gets
ready.
And
from In My Father's Kitchen, of course, and everything else that he does for the community. John, how are you, man?
Hey, gentlemen, how are you? Thank you for having me on the show.
Great to see you as always. We love you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. All glory to God.
So we're going to introduce Elena in just a second, but she is affectionately, of course, known as the Pickle Girl, right? And why is that, John?
Well, I got a call some years ago from a mom who had a daughter who had a family recipe of pickles that they would make. And they started selling them, as my memory recollects. And she wanted to give back, and she wanted to help the homeless. And she found us at In My Father's Kitchen and graciously brought the proceeds from the sales of her pickles to In My Father's Kitchen. And now we're going like on our 6th year running with this.
Wow. That's brilliant. I love that. See, this is the kind of thing that we need to talk a little bit more about these days, for sure. People like her who do that, out of the kindness of their heart and for absolutely no other reason. And we're going to talk to her as soon as Mom, I think, enters the picture.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah.
So John, do you encourage people to do things like this, or you just take it gratefully as it comes?
No. So what I graciously accept the gifts that come in, but when it comes from children like that, from a place of purity, like an innocence and a real true heart to really want to help without asking questions, there's no jadedness to it. It's just a genuine affection to want to do good. I love it, because if I could then inspire the next generation to keep thinking that way, that's my mission. Like today I was at a school talking to 20 second graders and they collected items for us to donate, to give out to the streets. And I told them our mission and spoke with them. And Elena was a young little girl. I think she was 6 or 5 when it started. Now she's 11. And it's a beautiful thing to see a kid grab hold of something. Because what I say is, kids see what really is the true stuff that's in front of them, and they see injustice and they're like, this shouldn't be happening, like, let's do something about it. And Elena stepped up to the plate, and Pickles became the star of the show, with Elena running that mission, and it's been a beautiful thing.
That's awesome.
We need to get there. They have a muted mic, and if they can hear me in the waiting room. Oh, there she is. Now we can bring her in. Beautiful. Here we go.
John, would you do the honors, please, and introduce?
Yeah. So here is the wonderful Elena, the wonderful pickle girl, with her mom, Erin, and her dad has done a great job raising this child. I give kudos to the parents as well.
Oh,
to
absolutely.
Let this child run with this vision. And there they are. There she is. She's all grown up now.
Elena, tell us about the pickles first. I want to know where you got this recipe and why they're so good.
It was my mom's
grandfather's cousin.
Yeah,
It's an old family Vermont recipe for a crock pickle, and my grandfather really liked them. And when I was 16, he asked me if I could figure out how to make them. So I started making them for him, and they became just sort of a family staple. And so she grew up with them. Her brother grew up with them. We make them every summer. And they're a mustard pickle. They're very simple, and they're just a refrigerator pickle. 5 ingredients. She's got the recipe down packed now. She does it all on her own.
I love it.
She gets her neighbor friends to come over and help. And yeah, it's been kind of fun. So it took off.
Elena, let me ask you this. Why did you decide, hon, to help out Mr. Tumino and, the homeless?
Because I thought it was a good thing to do, and I felt bad.
Just like John said, kids see the truth, man. I mean, they do. And they take action. A lot of them take action. And it's amazing to me that someone that young, and when she started, she was even younger, it just comes forward and does this. It's just such a beautiful thing. And I think it's such a good example, right, to set for other kids.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. Like, there's a scripture that says, a child shall lead them. So Elena is leading with those pickles.
Fantastic.
I wish we could have 1,000 more Elenas, 100,000 more Elenas.
Where can we get? Are these something we can accessibly get?
I have a pickle stand outside of my house, and neighbors or like the mailman, and they buy them, either leave money, and then next time I see them, I'll give the pickles to them, or they'll just come out. In the summer, I'll go outside, and when cars pass by, I'll have a sign up, and then people will stop and they'll buy them.
Outstanding. We're not going to do addresses or anything that because we don't. There's people out there.
Maybe one day we'll have some corner. We'll get them somewhere where we can get them at all times, right,
yes,
John?
That's right.
Yeah, I think, didn't Aaron, you guys set up some kind of way for the people to order them?
So there's an Instagram, Pickles by Elena. You can find us there. We're not super active, but I'll throw this link up later, and so
yeah, sure.
see it. But her next door neighbor, he has a lemonade stand, and then if he's selling lemonade, he'll come over and grab pickles and sell pickles too if Elena's not home.
Pickles and lemonade, man. That's it. There's your summer treat. How much money has she raised so far, John?
Oh God, Aaron, help me with this. Over $3,000, right?
Wow.
It's about $3,000.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy cow! Hey, that's awesome. That's great.
But the great thing about it too, Jim, is we started, Elena, right? Elena, we were 5 when we started, or 6?
5.
5. So to be able to see her every year or multiple times, she'll bring off, oh, I got some more money to unload, and to see her grow up in her physical stature, but then also she's always had the same personality, but to see her now grow up as a young lady and still have this passion and this drive and this vision, it's really her heartbeat. I just say it's her and her mom's heartbeat. I have great conversation with them when they come into the building. I just enjoy talking with her. We talk about skiing and all other kinds of things, but she has a heart to want to give back.
That's awesome. It is. It's fantastic, and we appreciate it, certainly, without a doubt. So through Instagram, you can get to them. It's what is it again on Instagram?
Pickles by Elena with an
We'll have a link
E.
on our socials for it.
Yes, we'll definitely put it up.
We'll put a link in this video too when it goes up on YouTube to live.
Awesome. Fantastic. Guys, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. John, it's always a great time to see you, man.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. Thank you, guys. Thank
you,
you,
Elena.
Aaron.
You're awesome.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
thank you.
That's fantastic stuff.
Yeah, those are the stories we knew a lot more of.
That is fantastic stuff. Now, those of you who are listening to this podcast who know JR knows that I threw up in my mouth a little bit when she said mustard pickles, because that's probably the two worst things that I could ever eat.
Yeah, you don't like pickles at all.
I don't like vinegar, and I don't like mustard. I don't like mustard most of all. So what is a mustard pickle? Are you telling me they put mustard in the pickle?
See, it's got to be like like in the brine of the.
Okay, I can't do it. I can't do this.
No, I love
got a trash
pickles.
can somewhere? Oh, wait, okay, I'm good.
Mustard pickles. Let's look this up. It is a sweet and tangy condiment variation of piccalilli. I don't think that's. Yeah, maybe it is. They are a popular staple in Atlantic Canada.
All right. Now, I don't mean to denigrate what Elena's doing. It's
Oh, no.
fantastic. It is. It's
JR
fantastic.
doesn't do that stuff.
JR does not eat pickles, but $3,000, Bill.
It's
$3
good.
grand in pickles. They must be good, man. Shalina likes pickles. Shalene pickled some stuff over the.
There's a lot. I remember
Fall.
back in when we had the show, there was where was the kitchen that did all of the stuff in my father, that jarred all the stuff. Remember there was a college that did all that stuff.
Morrisville.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where John started, I think.
Yeah.
So what they used to do, they don't do it anymore, which is a shame. They took local products
Yeah.
and helped them to scale up. And that's what a lot of people did, actually. A lot of successful people have gone through there, but they don't do it anymore, which is a shame.
You know what else we got to talk to is our friend Mike Otis. He's getting his barbecue sauce in Walmart, and I think the coffee's just about ready to come out too. And I'm not just saying this because I've known Mike a long time. It's some of the best barbecue sauce I've ever eaten.
Yes, it's very, very good. It is. I haven't tried the coffee yet, but hey.
Battle tested barbecue sauce. If you see it in the stores, battle tested.
He's brilliant, dude. I mean, and we've known him forever. I've known him since the 80s, and I don't think he was a brilliant dude back then.
And speaking of,
dude had that voice though.
Always. Oh yeah. Speaking of, he's been huge in the boxing scene.
Yes.
You know, who just passed away this past weekend is Tony Graziano.
Oh,
I
really?
think he was 101 years old.
Oh boy.
Now, if you're familiar with Canastota and the whole boxing
Graziano's,
scene,
right?
Yeah. So he owned the restaurant Graziano's. As soon as you got it's gone now. They've raised the building.
That's too bad.
But he was a boxing corner man. He was a trainer. Him and Ray Rinaldi would work together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they worked with my father back in the day, when my father was young.
Wow.
But he was I saw that come over Facebook, and it makes me want to make sure I go say hi to Ray, because Ray's still living. Ray's got to be just about almost 100 years old.
Yeah, he's got to be up there. Yep. And he worked with your dad?
Yeah.
Wow.
My dad boxed for a little bit when he was a kid. When we talked about a couple weeks ago, when we talked about the Billy Backus reunion, that was all nice. Canastota was, for as small of a town that it is.
Yep.
There was a lot of boxing history in that town.
Carmen, right? Carmen
Basilio and Billy Backus were the.
Billy Backus, I think I told that story. He came into the restaurant he worked at and met everybody. Real nice, super nice guy.
Yep.
Flattened nose and scar tissue, real heavy scar tissue over both eyebrows, but just as nice as could be. Nicest dude ever. And he was on top then. He was a champion then when he came in.
I think he's in St. Louis area now. I think that's where he resides. Yeah. He's kind of like the last of the old guard, because Carmen died not too long ago. Tony's gone. You got Ray left, and
it's really amazing that we have the Hall of Fame here. It's really amazing.
And there's everybody who's anybody in the boxing world has been there.
Yeah.
I mean, at the first year I met, Muhammad Ali when I was a kid. He was there for the first one. Mike Tyson's been there. Sylvester Stallone's been there. Jake, I had a kick out of meeting Jake LaMotta.
Really?
One of my favorite movies is Raging Bull.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's, he was there for a few of the years. I haven't gone in the last, I don't know. It's been a while since.
They're getting on the guys that come.
Yeah, well, because everybody's gone.
Everybody's in.
Yeah.
And the rest of them are gone. Yeah, it's getting tougher, and because boxing is not what it was.
No.
It's still. I mean, I don't even follow it at all now. Actually, I used to follow the heavyweights.
Yep.
Joshua and those guys. The British dude, the white dude, I can't remember his name, but now I don't follow it at all. Maybe
UFC is where all the prize money fighting
that's what I
goes
follow
to.
now pretty much. But I mean, it's too bad because boxing was great. But then it was awful, and then it was great again. Because when it was awful was when the mob was running things and the fights were fixed and all that stuff. And that lasted for quite a long time, especially in the major cities. But once it went nationwide and once it was televised and pay-per-view and all that stuff, they had to clean it up. That it doesn't mean they're not making a portion of the profits still, but they had to clean it up and try to make it at least, I mean, look like it's real.
We would have to go get the box. You had to go to the Time Warner cable office to get the box.
Right.
Back in the days for the Tyson fights.
Oh, geez, I forgot that.
Because my grandparents would host it at their house.
Really?
Right outside. Just they lived right before the Three Rivers Bridge going into Phoenix.
Yeah.
57. And that was the time of the Three Rivers Inn. So once in a while, the Three Rivers Inn held boxing back, back in the day. And then when it was reopened in the 80s, they put the ring right on the ballroom floor, and there was local boxing. But I remember Dom Bruno and all those guys would come over to my grandparents' house to watch the fight, and it'd be over before it even started back in the days.
Tyson.
Spinks and Tyson. It was done in 10 seconds. And
that's the one that we bought. My friends and I bought. They used to buy them, but we chipped in for this one. And the first time he hit Spinks was like, nah,
out,
nope, nope. Yeah, Tyson did that a lot, unfortunately. And then the whole tragedy with Marvis Frazier. That boy.
Yeah.
I mean, Tyson's hit him and looking at the referee like, "What are you doing?" And he's that was brutal. That was awful.
He's turned out to a whole different person now.
Yeah,
like Tyson.
Yeah. Well, he got right, I think, and he got with some right people. He was with very, very bad people before, and they took advantage of him, took all his money. But he's made a lot of it, not a lot, but some of it back. He's in the millions, but he's not in the hundreds of millions like he was.
No, and he got that money. He went back and did that fight with Holyfield there. And he did the Jake Paul thing, it's
the Jake Paul thing was a disgrace, and I just hope he's fighting Anthony Joshua, right? Oh, I just hope Joshua just takes him apart, but maybe not. Maybe he's legit.
This is the fight we're going to figure out if he's legit or not. I mean, look at what his brother's doing in WWE. Logan Paul. He's huge. He's like one of the big names in WWE.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's great at it. He's like one of the first guys that have come from outside in that have, taken it seriously and is just as good as the roster guys. And they like working with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
Well, he was boxing for a while too, right?
Yeah, probably with his brother back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're going to do Anthony Joshua,
We'll
former heavyweight champion. Oh, man. We'll see. You never know. I mean, this guy, he is going to bulk up for this. That will slow you down a little bit, but it adds power. Joshua's all about power. If he's got a chin, then we'll see. Once he gets hit for real, I mean, Tyson never even hit him for real. That was just baloney. But if he gets hit for real, we'll see.
It'll be interesting to see, because this is it. This isn't
what are you gonna do after
novelty.
This? If he gets knocked out,
it's over.
What does he do? Right, he's done.
Yep.
So he'll probably go into WWE.
It's where everybody's going now. I mean, look at the money that they just had on Saturday night. The biggest arena gate of all time. It was John Cena's last match.
Right.
Washington, D.C. The ticket prices were ridiculous. And the main event was John Cena. They had a tournament for his last.
He got choked out at the end.
Yeah,
right?
he got choked out by Gunther at the end, and that was he's smiling. Got choked out smiling. It was a fitting way to end, because he never really lost a lot by submission. That was, I think, 20 years ago was the last time he submitted to anybody. So that was the whole storyline there. So I don't watch it like I used to.
A year and a half, he'll be back for the first comeback.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. All the money that they put into this.
$3 million for freaking WrestleMania or whatever. Yeah. All right, let's get to our next guest, because this is
he's got a professional setup here. Look at this.
I know.
Is that what it is?
This mic is, look at that. This is back in the day, by the way. Now, this is Jason Palladino, who I know is Jay Palladino, of course. So, Jay, were you my first producer, right?
I was for the morning show. Yeah, you were my news anchor.
Oh, okay.
Tops of the hour, and before you got the show,
Right.
then I think DC was your first producer, wasn't he?
No, not that. No,
or maybe Mike.
Mike, I think it was Mike. Okay, Mike Foltz.
Mike
who
Foltz,
actually was blown out the same day we were.
That's
Bill.
right.
You, me, and Mike. You three. All right. So you have certainly, Jay, moved on and are doing some wonderful stuff. Tell me what you're doing now and tell our listeners.
I'm running the operations department for News Nation out of Chicago in the Central America.
How about that?
With what's his name? The dude on Patrol Live. What's his name? Isn't he on
Dan Abrams?
Yeah.
Yeah, he left. He doesn't work with us anymore.
Oh, he's gone. So now you just got Cuomo. Now you just got
we Chris. Chris is on the air.
No, News Nation is good.
It's great. I watch it all the time.
Yeah,
it's more center than anything, which I enjoy lately.
How'd you end up doing that, Jay?
Believe it or not, through Syracuse. Before I was doing this, I moved down from. I was running operations in New York for New York One. And then I moved to Atlanta. I did Bally Sports for a couple of years, and I hooked up with because of the JPZ Alumni Network, hooked up with John Farrakani, who is also no longer with the company. He's over at Fox in LA now, but he was telling me that they needed somebody to come in and straighten out the department a little bit. So I came in and laid down some laws. That's what I do now. Yeah.
Now, so wait a minute. Now you left our stations.
Yes.
You didn't go right into being this big shot, big wig, multi-million-dollar manager. How'd you work your way up?
I was at, Jim, the last time I think you and I officially talked was after 9/11.
Right.
It was right after 9/11 in the hours following. And shortly after that, my father is very prominent in Syracuse still, and he had a heart attack. So I decided that's enough for me at Westwood One. I needed to go home and circle the wagons. And went back home, did a couple of shows at Salt City with Bill, and I met my wife, my now wife, and my stepdaughter. And after that, was looking for a gig. I tried to get back in at SYR, and it didn't work out. Which as it turns out, didn't work out for any of us.
True.
So I ended up Ron Lombard hired me up at News 10 Now. And I worked my way up from master control on the overnights on the weekends, and ended up working in audio, and then became a director. And from there, I was in Orlando, worked at Fox for a couple of years, got let go from there because it turns out I wasn't very good at it. So I got let go from there, but ended up in a better spot because I guess management suits me. I don't know.
Excellent.
Sailing upwards.
Yeah, I mean,
I've always known he's too nice of a guy to be a manager.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe we don't know that. Maybe he's got a harder side we don't know about.
Must be.
It's you lead. From my philosophy of management, it's always been you got to lead with grace. You get more flies with honey. I think, Jim, I've never had the opportunity to say this to you directly, but you were one of my first mentors after Troy left, went to New York. Right before I left, you pulled me into the office and said, "Listen, you're a 20-something screw up, the straighten up, fly right." And I took that to heart. I really did, and I think that served me well. And a lot of that was trust your instincts, trust your bosses, and I learned a lot how not to do things from Monkey Charles.
Yep. So did I. Yep. Well, that's super flattering, man. I appreciate that very, very much. Now,
sure.
Instead of just this professional life you have this this poetry reading thing that you post. Oh my God, I laughed so hard the first time I watched it. Did you see this, Bill? So explain what this is.
It's funny. I know him. If you asked me twice, who he worked for, I wouldn't know. It's I pay attention to the poetry.
Oh,
that's true. I do this. I started this back when I was a DJ, on Z89 for forever, and then for my my college career, and then I morphed into a podcast. I was doing a Tune Styles podcast out of New Jersey when I was still living in New York. And that ended, but I decided I was going to keep doing Brian, my co-host, went his way, and I decided to do another thing my way, and I put these you just grab a bunch of rap tunes and you read them in a very funny British accent. You remember when I used to do Brit Humus?
Yes.
During the Luski show. That's kind of born out of that.
Nice. It's hilarious. It is. And
Thank you.
I mean, they lend themselves to that so well, rap lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
and here's the thing, it's not disrespectful at all. It's all love, because that's one of my favorite genres. So
yeah, and you're just reading the lyrics. That's all.
Yep, absolutely.
It is hilarious. It really is.
So what's the biggest difference now than there was back then for you in the professional broadcasting?
Ooh.
Yeah, well, because you've seen
stratosphere.
it all, man. You
Yeah.
you came all the way up. So how's it different
I
now?
almost took a job with Jason in Orlando, and then I decided not to show up on the first day.
I got a lot of flack for that.
I got coldest. I got the coldest feet you've ever felt.
Yeah. No. I think, Jim. I think that the difference is largely in the automation sphere.
Yeah.
The technology sphere. I've been fortunate that I'm fairly adaptable. And I've learned how to stay ahead of that and bleeding edge technology, and being involved in the Bally Sports launch down in Atlanta at Encompass Digital, seeing how the 2110 networks were, all that technology. And I just think, that's the biggest difference. I just watching, I hate to put this out to the universe, but just watching all these great people and these veterans lose their jobs to automation systems, and as they come online more and more.
What about AI? How big a role is that going to play in the future of News Nation, do you think?
Well, for Perry, the president of Nexstar, I certainly don't mean to speak for him.
No.
Perry Sook, he's really brilliant at the marketing end of that, and the direction of where we're going here. And this is kind of his baby. So I know that he's very, very much in tune with keeping local product and keeping, some authenticity to the news. And you're going to lose that from my point of view. You're going to lose that with AI. And I've heard you guys talking about that as well on your show. It's just, it's going to be a fine line to navigate for sure. But I don't think ultimately you put good people in good places and you're going to get good stories. And I don't think AI has the soul and the wit to tell the stories that we want to tell.
No. And there's no way that right now that AI can do things live. And that's the most important aspect to me of broadcast news now, is live events that affect, millions of people, wars and blizzards and tornadoes, and live stuff to me is what AI is always going to have a problem with, I believe, because they're not sentient. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's just like I said, for me, it's storytelling. You're not going to get that story the same way as a human being would put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard.
There's not going to be the emotional
exactly
no
emotion
at all.
Yeah.
And I think that's what ultimately that's what saves the business. It's kind of what we all kind of feel this way about radio too, is that the way to save radio, it's not unsavable. The way to save it is to get back to that local level and that human interaction. Live
and local, man. That's it.
Serve the community.
Absolutely. Well, Jay, it's been awesome catching up, man. I can't believe that it's been so long that we've been, apart, all three of us. I mean, it's got to be 20, right?
Yeah.
And you've certainly become a giant success. All my freaking producers are becoming these giant successes. I'm sitting here in your basement, Bill.
You're retired though. You made some steps to get here. You made all of us.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Check out this perspective, is that the common denominator, Jim, is you.
That's right.
That's very nice. That's a very.
I always say there's a lot of contacts that I have getting into the music business because of the show. I'll tell you that.
That's true.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, Jay. Thank you, man. It's great to see you again.
Guys.
And we'll catch up again. I can't wait to see the next edition of your.
Next time you're in town, let us know.
Yes,
I sure will.
Good.
Thank you, man.
All right,
we'll
guys.
see you.
He's awesome.
Yeah. He's talented. I mean, the kid can sing.
He's
Is
super
sing
talented.
too. He played Judas for years for Salt City Theaters. Jesus Christ Superstar. Which, speaking of, Guys and Dolls is still running for the Red House.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Brown's in it. You should go
is he?
see it. Yeah. I think there's one more. I think this is the last
Wow.
week of it here.
I like Bob. He's a good dude.
Perfect show for Bob.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is.
Yep.
And Superstar, of course, was too.
I
for
went
him.
and saw, my daughter was in this Victorian ghost story Christmas show, Phantasmagoria, for the Great Northern Artist Collaborative local theater. My friend Derek.
Okay.
Another friend, John Diadana from Orlando, who is a accomplished actor. He's come to town to do Rocky Horror Picture Show many years ago.
Oh.
He played Dr. Frankenfurter. He's brilliant, but he's also an acting teacher in Orlando area. But he wrote these Phantasmagoria different shows throughout the year, that these steampunk Victorian kind of, but then there's
Sure.
So in England on Christmas Eve they would tell ghost stories, and I always knew this. There's the BBC used to show them all the time on TV.
That's interesting.
So they took some of these Christmas ghost stories from that time and made this kind of a play out of it. It was great. It was all costumed up. What is it? The Canterbury Ghost was one of them. One of the bigger things that they did, and it's just these. Some of them were short, some of them were longer. There was 6 of them all together. And then they ended the show with "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," but it was different. It was we need different. I like different.
Yeah,
it was very different. And John does a great job. I'd love to see his main show that he does down there.
Yeah,
with all those
the same show,
the same kind of. But it's non-Christmas. It's a different kind of Phantasmagoria. So. That's why that was my Sunday. I went and saw Aria. Aria loves to do. She's knee deep into theater. So
I remember him actually doing Rocky Horror.
Yeah,
he was really good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and he kept coming back for a few years.
Yep.
I do remember him.
He did it a long time ago with Chris Lightcap.
Yes,
when she used to do the Carrier Theater.
Yes,
and then in the early 2000s came back and did it a couple times with us there when Chris brought it back.
I actually had a girlfriend who was in Rocky Horror for Chris once or twice I think, back in the days.
That was one of her it's one of her bigger shows that she did over and over again.
Signature show.
That's another thing too. And there are some great local community theaters, but the bigger shows, we don't see them as much anymore.
No,
because there's no spaces. That's the problem.
Is that the problem? I mean,
so
how
because
much
it's so
is
expensive to rent.
I was just going to say, how much is it to get all that stuff?
I mean, Salt City at the end was doing Jesus Christ Superstar at the Civic Center, and they couldn't do this big run like they used to because it cost so much. So you'd get a weekend out of it.
Oh,
and but it cost them. I think they, if they broke even, that was
I wondered why the run was so short.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
because it's you're paying for now because is it the 50th year? I think we're at the 50th anniversary because they're re-releasing it on physical, and then they're doing a version of it in the West End. But I heard it's going to tour in arenas and stuff again. So
wow,
that and the rights, the rights to that stuff. And now with Hamilton's coming out with a junior version of it for schools, so you'll be seeing a lot of that.
Yeah, and I think people don't understand that it's a lot of money to get those rights to do it.
Yes.
And it should be like that because they need to get paid for their art. You can't just be taking somebody's art and doing it. You just can't.
And a lot of people have been getting in trouble for doing Hamilton and stuff without the rights.
Oh yeah. Well, we can't
it's
do
big
that.
Time.
Yeah, that's terrible. You're really taking money out of the artist's pocket.
But there's a lot of good. I mean, Center for Arts and Homer brings in shows.
Yeah,
all the time.
wow.
Well, obviously, we got the Landmark Theater that does the big productions.
Center for the Arts and Homer is impressive.
Yes.
I mean, they really bring in, like, I don't want to say they don't bring in A acts, obviously, but they bring in like lower B acts.
Yep.
And I mean, it's really, really good stuff.
It's a small,
yeah.
You're on top. I saw Ed Kowalczyk, the singer of Live, did an acoustic show there, and it was perfect for it. It's an old sanctuary. So the sound sounds
amazing.
Great.
It should be amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was made for that. Wow.
But the problem is going to be, and I work with the Red House downtown, like I just said, is funding. The funding is, with everything going on with this administration, you don't know if you're going to have the funding or you're not. And,
I would go with you're not. You know, I mean,
Sad.
It is sad. It is, and I think this administration is not friendly to the arts in any way, shape, or form. Well, look at the Kennedy Center. It's just a disgrace what has happened at the Kennedy Center. So, you know, it's, and I don't want to see this starting to disappear, and then that becomes the norm, that there's no more of like local theater and stuff like that. That can't happen.
And you know, these like Great Northern Collaborative, all the money that they bring in, you know, they do 50/50s, they sell small concessions and stuff. That just goes back into a pot to, you know, keep doing shows. They're going to announce soon. They're going to announce their next season soon. And
where do they perform now?
It's at the basement of one of the churches, right off of what is that, Buckley Road?
Okay.
Going off of into Liverpool.
Mhm.
It's on the left hand side. It's perfect. Nice space. Nice stage.
How many is it sit?
Maybe 100. A little less than that, maybe.
Yeah, that's good.
But they need more facility. The problem is changing facilities. They have to go outside the building to come around before the show. But so they're doing what they need to do to put on, and they're putting on. I mean, they did Beetlejuice Jr., which was great. Wow. They had the kids, the summertime programs, and which is another good thing. Syracuse Civic Theater does the same thing. They do the children's programs all during the year. These workshops. Same thing with the Red House. They do the workshops, the camps, and that's all federally funded. School of Rock, they do the same thing. They're doing these camps, and we need this stuff.
Yes.
I think we need it more than other stuff that we're paying for, but I guess
well, you know, one of the things that people I think overlook, who are not in favor of funding the arts for schools and for children, is that when you engage in the arts, it teaches you more than just what you're there for, how to sing, how to act, whatever. It teaches you many more things than that. A lot of, in the same way that sports does. Although I think being involved in the arts creates a more empathetic person, perhaps.
Yes.
Than just someone who's strictly sports oriented. That's my opinion, but I want to see it on equal footing, and it never will be. It never has been. It never will be. There was a time where it was, you know, close, but now since sports has exploded, and then girls rightfully sued for their slice of the pie and should have gotten more than they did, but they have sports now too that's very popular, so it draws away from the arts. And so for whatever reason, like you said before, whenever there's cuts come up, well, the arts have got to go. Well, why don't sports have to go? I mean, what are you talking about? Why are we talking about this here? Like, they're not equal, and because they never have been, and that's a shame.
And I think sports costs just as much as anything else.
Costs more. And it certainly costs me. Look, how many kids get hurt?
Yeah.
That's not free.
I mean, I know free. I got friends that have kids that do the traveling leagues. It's the amount of money that's put. My drummer in Scars, his daughter's does the traveling cheer, and they're always saving money to go. To this
cheer
place,
is even bigger now than some sports. Yeah, it really is for girls. Yeah,
you know what's getting bigger now in the States than it ever was is soccer.
Yeah, it's huge. Plus the World Cup's here this year, so and 26. So it's gotten very big, but I don't know. I would like to see it where we're on a more equal footing, but especially in this administration, that is absolutely not going to happen. So let's talk briefly about what happened in Australia, because I want to talk about Rob. You're right. I want to talk about Rob
both
Reiner.
of them. Yes, but
you know, how many great movies did Rob Reiner direct? I mean, just on one after another.
He was Good Men, right?
Yes. Was it? Oh boy. See, now I'm going to blank. I'm going to blank about all of them, but he did a tremendous number of fantastic movies, including one of my favorites, in Spinal Tap. Although you said Spinal Tap 2 is not as good.
It's not, but it's not bad. You have to understand. Yeah, it's not. Nothing's ever going to be as good as this. They just Criterion just came out with this. You know, Princess Bride. That's the other big huge one.
Oh yeah,
Stand By Me. Yep. You know, those are. But yeah, Criterion. When you get a Criterion release, it means your movie's special. There's something special about your movie, and the hours of extras, you know, makes it.
Yep.
And then they just. This is just a regular release, but Spinal Tap 2, awesome cameos. Paul McCartney's in it.
Really?
Yes, there's a lot of cool people. And I was telling you earlier, really a lot of when they, were doing the reminiscing in the movie, really reminded me a lot of A Mighty Wind.
Yes.
how the tongue in cheek,
Oh,
you know,
I
they're
love that
telling the
movie.
stories on stage, but it's like that tongue in cheek kind of.
Yep.
Which is, I didn't realize he did Misery too. I didn't realize that.
Oh, I didn't know he did
Yeah.
Misery. Really?
A Few Good Men, When Harry Met Sally. The Bucket List. That's another. The American President. Wow. Yeah. He's.
Did
It's
he
too
do
bad.
Cocoon? Or is that Ron Howard?
That's Ron Howard.
Ron Howard.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's that's a movie that hasn't been re-released on physical media in
Cocoon?
a long time. Yeah, it's a good
Great
movie too.
Yeah, really is.
Great movie.
I remember seeing that the first time. Yeah, I didn't know that Reiner did many of those movies, but he also, of course, was Meathead on All in the Family,
Yep.
and it did some other acting. But he was a political activist as well, and so Mr. Trump decided to go on his thing and Truth Social, whatever it is, and blast him and say he
For no
died
reason.
because of Trump syndrome, Trump derangement syndrome or whatever. Just horrific, of course. But he was very outspoken about politics, and he hated Trump. But I mean, the president of the United States should be above that, but we already know that he's not above anything. So that's what we get for remembering Rob Reiner from our president.
And as of now, his son was arrested today.
Yeah.
Today's being Monday, the 15th.
Yeah.
But I saw it come over TMZ where they just said they found
Yeah.
2 bodies in his house, and there's, and I looked at his age. I looked up on Wikipedia his and her age, and it
Not that
matched
old.
the ages of what the ages of the people were. And I'm like,
Right.
well, this isn't going to end well.
No.
And it's this. We've had a lot of loss in the last month.
But this is awful. I mean, his own son.
Yeah.
There's got to be something behind that. So this will be interesting to see. I mean, I don't mean something on Rob's part. I mean mental illness or something on the son's part. But this is horrific stuff, and it's really awful. And then so is the Australian thing. And I don't even know how many people what the death toll's up to now, but they have footage of when it was just over on the beach, and there's people lying there dead. There's people getting CPR.
At least 15 dead.
15, and there's like 40 wounded and like some are in critical condition. Those were high-powered rifles.
We are so used to this stuff now. It's not.
I know
it's not huge, and this should be wall-to-wall coverage.
Well, imagine. I want you to think of what this was like.
Yeah,
there were 3 gunmen, right? 2 in a above position. Actually, all 3 of them, because the other guy was on ground, but firing down into the beach, full of kids and people celebrating Hanukkah, just firing, and they look like 40 caliber rifles to me. But
it looks like a hate crime, obviously.
I'm no expert. Yes, obviously, but I don't know if they have hate crime in Australia. I don't know. I think they have the death penalty though.
Yes, they do.
But
they're also looking.
They're going to die anyway.
I watched something today that said that they're going to be now looking at stricter gun laws.
Yeah. Well, they made everyone turn in the AR-15.
Really? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. Years and years ago. Yeah. Everybody had to turn in their semi-automatic rifles. Yeah. Yep. So they haven't had those out there. So where are these guys? They weren't semi-automatic, though. So I don't know. They were big, though. Man. They look really big.
Those AR-15s?
No.
Oh,
bigger.
The one the stuff.
They look like 40 cals.
They're huge.
Yeah. And that'll just rip you right apart. You only got to get once, you're dead.
Yep.
So it's terrible. It's an awful, awful thing. But you're right. We don't make that. But you know how many school shootings there have been this year in the United States?
There's a mass shooting every day.
I couldn't believe it. It's like dozens. Terrible. It's and they haven't got the guy at Brown University yet either.
Nope.
And that was announced right away. Oh, we got him. As the president said, we got him. He's out. No, they released that guy.
One thing that the FBI director likes to do is press conferences.
Yeah. And he's an idiot.
I'd never seen anything like it. That press conference. What was that for the thing in Kentucky? Was it? I saw something. He looks
like a deer in the headlights
every time.
It's like, listen, you cross-eyed little. Why don't you just go away? Why don't you just take Kristi Noem and
he had no prior.
No,
none.
No. I mean, you can look at a picture of him. This is a joke, right? Nope. He's your director of the FBI. He's probably coming after you and me next.
I know we're not going to be here for it in 50 years, but I'd like to see what the history books, what they say about all of this.
Yeah, true.
The last, I don't know, 20 years or so.
How can historians not look upon this time and just shake their head?
I mean, it started with the loose chads in 2000. How crazy that
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
We all sat in front of the television for that.
Yep.
For weeks, but they weren't making fun of each other. They were pretty.
I think
civil,
that in the end, they're going to come out and discover that our elections have been rigged forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly was blatant in Bush and Gore. Gore won the presidency, but he didn't. So Bush won it. And then, we have this latest junk where really Trump won all 7 swing states, really. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but the midterms, if they happen, will be a landslide for the Democrats, and then we'll see what Trump does. He may even go nuts, more nuts, if that's possible. Doubtful. Wrong music.
Wrong.
Wrong button, Bill. Wrong
There it
button.
We found it. Hey, listen, if you're listening and you are a local musician,
Yeah, I was going to mention this too.
Would like to have some of your Christmas. If you have Christmas holiday music, get a hold of us. We're going to once again on Christmas Eve have a
Christmas music special, pretty much.
Yep, we're just wall-to-wall local music.
Oh, it was great
with Christmas songs.
Last year was incredible.
Yep, we're going to have stories told like we did last year. It'll be fun.
All right, so and we'll put this. We got to put a call out on social media too.
Yes,
because that's what really got it going last time. So yeah, we'd appreciate all your Christmas music, all you local musician friends. Come on, I'd appreciate a new theme song too.
That's in. I got to get a hold of my friend.
Oh, I'm sure it's
Brett Hoban. I got to go to his studio, the famed Hoban Studios, and we're going to cut a Scars and Stripes version of the new Basket Case.
Beautiful. All right, listen. Do we have one more show before
we have
Christmas?
one more. We have next Monday, and then we'll have 2 shows next week. We'll have our regular show, and then we'll have the Christmas special.
Eve. Beautiful. Take care of yourselves until then, okay? And God willing, we're all back at it next time on the Jim Reith Show Unleashed podcast.